Good morning, everyone that is here on the West Coast, and afternoon for any of you that are on the East Coast. And thank you so much for joining the webinar today. Sorry, I am a couple of minutes late. I am just getting started here and just having a little bit of technical difficulty with my sound. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get started today. Today, the webinar is the Unforgettable Guest Experience. And what we'll be covering is really the guest experience from start to finish, making the booking, and then what we do with them from there. All right, so just to get started with a bit of housekeeping, during this webinar, the duration of this webinar will be about 30 minutes. Your speakers must be turned on to hear this webinar. So you guys, if you can't hear me, it's possibly because your speakers are not on. So hopefully you're running to turn them on now. My microphone is on and everyone else is automatically muted. So if you do have questions throughout the webinar, please just use the chat box or the questions section, and I'll try to stop and answer the questions throughout the webinar. If I don't get to your question during the slides, what we'll do is we have a Q&A session at the end as well. Okay, so hopefully everyone can hear. All right, you guys, so the learning outcomes for today, by the end of this webinar, we would hope that you would understand the different ways that your customers can make online bookings, okay, how to reduce no-shows using two-way confirmations, understand the importance of collecting accurate client data and ensuring it is always up to date, be able to let clients enter their own client data with the online CIC, be able to use the online CIC to upload client photos, understand your options for rebooking the client, and understand how getting customer feedback allows for the ultimate customer experience. All right, so with that, we're going to get started, and we're going to start with the different ways that our customers can make bookings. Okay, so we have the My Salon app, okay, which is of course the consumer app that if you guys are using this, your customers can download this, and obviously then your business is in the palm of their hand, so they can make a booking through the app. You can put your booking link on your Facebook page, so you can see there here on the right-hand side, I've got that Book Now button on Facebook. I, of course, have My Local Salon, so for those of you in the U.S., you can use the My Local Salon page as well, which is obviously another web presence where your customers can book online. Okay, and then of course your online booking page, so whether that's from your website or from the Facebook link, they can get directly to there by clicking those links wherever you might have them. Okay, so some of you might be thinking, well, what's the My Salon app? I don't have that. Or I don't have the Facebook link or things like that. So you guys, these are things that we, of course, here can help you implement. There is a video on the Learning Center about how to get your Facebook, have the booking link on your Facebook, and we'll talk about the Learning Center a little later. Okay, but these are all the ways that we see that your customer can make bookings online. Okay, so here's just a section where we wanted to talk about the different benefits to the types of bookings. Okay, so here you can see Facebook or online through your website, as we discussed, right? You can have a Book Now button on your website, or you can have that Book Now button on Facebook. So the benefits we see are it's quick and easy. You can share your bookings with friends and family, so once they book, they can share those bookings. Okay, can be completed on a mobile device or a tablet. Okay, the My Salon app, they can manage their bookings from their mobile. Now, the online bookings, of course, you guys, they can do from their mobile device, but of course, it's much easier to have the Salon app on your mobile device and you can just go straight in and click that Book Now tile. Okay, again, it's quick and easy. You can keep up to date with the salon, so any specials that they might have. And then, of course, manage any new or future bookings that you have. My Local Salon, again, this is for U.S. customers only, but they could discover new locations. So if you have multiple locations, you guys, they can discover new salons by going on there and searching for you. View ratings and reviews that clients have left. So this is actually a place where if you're using My Local Salon, any reviews that your customers fill in do get posted to My Local Salon. Find information about your salon, and again, it's quick and easy, right? They find it on the web, they can click through the Book Now button and go and make their booking. Hey, any questions about the benefits here that we've laid out for the types of bookings? All right, looks like everyone's okay, so we will move on. Okay, so again, we just want to reiterate a little bit here. The benefits of online booking, clients save time, right? I know myself, if I can't buy something or book something online, I probably don't have it in my life because I'm just that busy, right? So it saves the customer time. They have flexibility to book an appointment when it's convenient for them. It allows you to make money outside of business hours. The client can check their future bookings online. So if they have questions about, when is their booking, remember they would have gotten a confirmation email after they book online, as well as they can go in and log into their account and see that booking. Okay, collect client data when the client's booking online. So when a customer creates a profile to book online, they do have to give us their email address, and they need to give us a phone number, and they have to give us a first name and last name. So we're able to collect some of that data from the customer that isn't necessarily that easy to collect if you just ask for it. Okay. And clients can advertise for you when they book online because they can share that to Facebook, they can tweet it, they can share it with their friends. So if they're super excited about going in to see their stylist or going in to see their barber, they can share that as well. Okay, so lots of good benefits here for the customer as well as for the business, you guys. Okay, any questions there? Okay, so we talked about how the customer can actually share or tweet their booking. So when making an online booking, your clients can actually do this for them. So we do have some stores, you guys, that do give a little bit of an incentive. Now, we're not saying that you have to do this, but it is something that if we want customers to actually engage in doing this, we might offer them something, right? And it might not necessarily be a discount. It might just be a free gift, such as a complimentary treatment or something like that. Okay, so here they can add it to their appointment book, or they could share it on Facebook, or they can tweet it on Twitter. All right. Okay, so once the customer books online, you guys, the next thing we want to talk about is how do we confirm their appointment, or do we confirm their appointment, right? So Shortcuts offers two-way text or email confirmations or reminders. Okay, so this is something that you can have set up, and you can have them set up to go out automatically, and you choose what time they go out. So it could be 1 day ahead of time, it could be 2 days ahead of time, and you get to choose the time as well. So it might be 10 a.m., 9 a.m. We do recommend that you do it at a time when the business is open. So if the customer does want to call about the appointment instead of respond to the text message or the email, they should be able to call and contact somebody at the store. Okay, and when the customer replies, it actually does update the appointment book. Okay, so if they reply back yes to the text or the email, it will update the appointment book to that kind of teal color that represents the client is confirmed. If the client replies back no, or replies back to cancel, the appointment book will be reflected with this kind of burgundy or magenta color that indicates that the customer is canceled. Okay, if the customer cancels, it doesn't delete the appointment, of course, because we want you to have the opportunity to rebook that client if you need. Okay. Any questions about two-way confirmations, you guys? So again, this is something that's easy to set up and they can go out automatically. So really all the staff has to do then is manage the replies that come back in. Okay, again, we're giving the customers an easy, convenient way to confirm or cancel their appointment. Okay, so once the customer has confirmed and they're in the store, obviously one of the things that a lot of stores struggle with is actually keeping customer data up to date. Okay, so the online client information card is something that you can use with your smart products, you guys. So this is something that's accessible through the Shortcuts console. Okay, so it helps us keep our database up to date with accurate client information. Okay, because what we're proposing, you guys, is that when the customer comes in, we mark them arrived, and then we hand them the tablet either while they're waiting or while they're in the chair to fill out their details for us. Okay, you can actually define the fields that you use on the online CIC as well, and you can do that in Shortcuts. So if you go Shortcuts, you go into your setup menu, go into configuration, go into that general configuration menu, and then click on clients. In the detailed column, anything that has a check mark in that column, those are the details that your customer will be asked to fill out on the online CIC. Okay, and then any information that's added to the online CIC or that online customer information card automatically gets saved and updated into Shortcuts as well. This, of course, ensuring that the data is correct and up to date. Okay, and you can also use photographs or add photographs using the online CIC as well. So we have client data, we can access customer history through this as well as upload photos. So some of our customers come in with a goal of what color they want to have, right? But we need to step them through that journey. Because they come in with black hair and they want to be platinum, right? So it's not something that's going to happen overnight. So if we can use these photos to kind of step them through that journey, that's a good way and a good reason to use these. Okay, the question is just, is the CIC available in Canada? And the answer, John, is absolutely. This is something that if you have the Shortcuts Smart system, you should have access to. Again, a little later, we'll talk about the Learning Center and where you can find some videos on that. Okay, and you guys, this tool is accessible from any device that has internet access. So whether it be a mobile device, a phone, a tablet, an iPad, whatever it might be. But as long as the device has internet access or web browsing access, you should be able to use this device. Okay, so here I just wanted to walk you through the process of using this. So using the online client information card to collect client data. So we just embedded a little video, and this video is actually, you guys, from our Learning Center. So I'm going to play that video here. Okay, so this is the customer console. It should look familiar to those of you that have the smart system. Down here at the bottom on the right, you guys, you have that client information, which takes you into the client section. Okay, that store had multiple stores, so they picked a store, and then here it does require your Shortcuts PIN number to log in. Okay, so only employees that you give access will be able to access this system. Okay, so when we log in, we see all the customers that have an appointment for today. Okay, if we want to let the client fill out their own information, we can hand it to them. Okay, I can also add a customer from here as well. Okay, so if I click client entry, you can see here, and obviously you guys, there's just a few things on this screen. Again, as I specified, you can decide what you have on there. Okay, again, when the customer fills it out, you can see it goes back to the security PIN. Okay, obviously this protects other customers' information. Okay, if I click Edit Client, this is for the staff member to edit the customer information. So I might change something, and then once I save that information, it'll go back to the client list. Okay, so I only have to re-put the PIN in if I hand it to the customer in the customer mode. Okay, so in setup and configuration, just as we talked about before, if I go into that general menu, you guys, and if I click on that client section, we talked about how we have that new client layout all the way up at the top on the right, and we have that detailed section in the middle there. Anything that you check here will be available in your online CIC for the customer to fill out. Okay, and you guys, you see we added the birthday there. This is a really great way to get the customer to fill in their birthday. Okay, any questions about that, you guys? Again, this video is available on our Learning Center. Okay, and as I said, only employees that you give access to the online client information card will have access. So I know some of us are concerned about who can see client information and certain client data. So just keep in mind that this is something that you can limit to only the staff members that you want to have access. Okay, now we're going to take a look at a video that goes through adding photos through the online CIC. So again, before and after pictures and things like that, or color transitions, we might want to save and store photos. Okay, so we're going to take a look at that as well. Okay, so you guys, the same way we access it through the client information card, we click on the site we want, and then we log in with our PIN number. Okay, you can see next to all the customers there, you have that photo option. Again, I can search for a client if they're not actually in today. Okay, so if I click on photos, you can see there that you have that add photo option. So you can add from the library, or of course you can take a photo with the device if you want as well. Yep. Okay, so I take the photo. Okay, and then choose done, and then it's added it. And then of course previous photos are below. Okay, so you could see that might be a color transition, right? I could also select them and compare them. Okay, so if we were saying we started here and now we're here. Pretty cool, right? And then if I go back, I could add more photos, or I could go out and go back to my client screen. Okay, here we're showing how you can leave a note against the photo as well. And then we can save that, and then those details are saved against the photo. Okay. And then of course we can delete and remove images that we've uploaded as well if we want. Okay, again, you guys, I just want to reiterate that only employees that have access to the online client information card will have access to the client details and the photos. Okay, so in the console as well, you guys, we have the opportunity to use anywhere, right? So one of the biggest things that we need to make sure we do is rebook clients for when it's time for them to come back, right? But a lot of the times what happens is we wait to rebook them until we're checking them out. Now, we still do want to ask them when we're checking them out if we haven't already rebooked them. But a lot of the times what happens is we wait to rebook them until we're checking them out, and by that time the client's ready to go, and they just tell you they'll call and rebook because they simply don't have time to wait. Okay, but you guys, if we can rebook them while they're in the chair, You, again, can use a tablet or a mobile device, and you'd be able to use Anywhere to rebook them. Okay, so Anywhere allows you to view, make, change, and manage appointments from any device that has internet access. Okay, so again, you guys, I can be doing all of these things on a mobile device while the customer is in service, and so we're not making them spend extra time outside or their own time filling this information out for us. Okay, so Anywhere is accessible from the home screen as well, right? So we'll click on Anywhere. Again, if I have multiple sites, I need to select the location. Okay, if you just have one, it will send you straight in there. Okay. And then up at the top, if I choose the guest, or excuse me, if I choose the employee, okay, it will bring me to a screen here where for Bex, I can go ahead and make a booking. Click on the appointment book, search for the customer. Now you guys, Anywhere has gotten a bit of a facelift, so this does look a bit different now. It has that kind of white background that you just saw in the CIC. But you can see that I can go and I can actually make the booking through Anywhere. So again, I could do this while the customer is maybe processing. We can rebook them. Okay, just choose the time now. And then when that appointment shows up in the appointment book as well, you guys, it actually shows us that it was booked via Anywhere and who booked it. Okay, so again, you guys, instead of waiting until we check the customer out, it's a great opportunity, again, while they're processing or waiting for maybe their next service for us to try to rebook them for next time. Okay, and then of course, if we have to, at the point of sale, because we haven't rebooked them already, we want to have the ask to rebook prompt on, right? So if the customer doesn't have a future booking, we can rebook them at that time. Okay, you guys, ask to rebook, if you click on Setup, Configuration, it should open to your point of sale setup screen. And on the left-hand side column, there is a tick box called Ask to Rebook. Make sure you have that on, you guys. And of course, at the point of sale, you guys, at this point, we want to make sure that we provide the customer with aftercare or retail recommendations, right? Because we're doing our customers a disservice if we do not offer them the products that we've used on them in the store. Okay, so we just want to make sure that we follow up here with recommendations for home care as well, you guys. And of course, it's not, do you want any products? It's, which of these items can I bag up for you to take home? Or do you want a bag for these items that Melissa has recommended for you, right? So the customer actually has to then tell you, no, I'm not going to purchase those today. Okay, so after the client visit, you guys, we then recommend that you're using our Spotlight tool to then get customer feedback, right? And this is also part of our smart system, okay? And Spotlight is available in the US and in Canada, so anywhere in North America. And you guys, they can get these via email or SMS. You guys get to decide when the, or how often the ratings and reviews go out to the customers, okay? But they get asked a series of questions, and basically they'll rate you on the following, which is what did they think overall? What did they think of the environment, of the care that they were given, the service quality and the professional advice, the value for money, and of course, you guys, the ultimate question, which is, would that client refer your business to their friends and family? Okay, and then based upon that ultimate question, you guys, it allows your store, your salon, to start to get a Net Promoter Score. Okay, so each month you'll start to understand if customers are willing to refer you to their friends and family, and also if you have people that might actually be detracting from your business. Okay, the question here, you guys, is can you text surveys? And the answer is absolutely. So if you're set up to use text confirmations through point of sale, so if you have a message media account to send the text confirmations, you can also set your spotlight up to be sent out via text as well. Okay. That setting is set up in the spotlight tile in the console. Okay, so yeah, so via email or SMS, you can send these surveys. Okay, so to view the client ratings, you guys, or to read these reviews, you go into the customer console, you click on Spotlight, and then you go into the review tile. Okay, so you guys, the customer has an opportunity to write a review as well as give you a star review on all those questions I said they're going to get asked. They can actually write a written review as well or comment as well, okay? The beauty about Spotlight is you can respond back, okay? And it can be a private comment just back to the customer. Okay, so oh no, I'm so sorry and concerned that you have had a skin reaction, blah, 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 right? So you can communicate with that customer through the review as well and hopefully resolve the issue that they've had. So it really gives you the opportunity to communicate with the customer even outside of the store. Okay, so this is what the review screen would look like. So once you go, so right, we said Shortcuts Customer Console, Spotlight Reviews. So once you go in there, this is what it looks like. Okay, if I click on the detail button next to any of the reviews, this is where I get the screen where I can write a public comment, which is posted on my local salon, or a private comment, which just goes right back to the customer. Okay, you can see that you can remove a review as well, you guys. So if a customer does just write something, you know, pretty icky and terrible, you can remove 3 reviews in a 6-month time period. Okay, so sharing reviews using Spotlight, you guys, your online reviews should literally be working for your business. Okay, so you're getting these great reviews, but what are we doing with them, right? So we should be sharing them to our Facebook fan page. Okay, so I'm just going to go back here. You'll notice you have that Facebook share button, right? So you can share them to your fan page. Okay, you can also post them on your website. So if you have a website for your store, you can use the website plugin and you can feed these reviews to your website as well. Okay, so again, you guys, this is a great way to be able to not only show people that your current guests are happy and saying great things about you, but also potentially a way to get new customers as well, right? Because if we're posting these reviews that have SEO microdata to Facebook and to our website, it's going to help us get a better search result. Okay, so again, there's just that path, right? The customer console, spotlight, reviews, and then share. Okay, so we're just going to go through a little video of that. Okay, so we're going to go into the spotlight tile here. Okay, going to go into the location because we have multiple stores here. Okay, and I'm just going to scroll down to where you can see that we actually have some written reviews where we can actually then share. So you see the Facebook share button there. It does require that you be logged in. So if this is your first time, it will ask you to log in. It will ask you what page you're actually posting to. And if you want to write something about the review or the blurb. Okay, and then once you do, you'll just click post rating, and then that would post to your Facebook page. So if I click on it to see the page, okay, we'll go straight to that page. And then if I scroll down, you can see there's my review. And then if the customer clicks on it, it'll take them to that review on the My Local Salon page. Okay, and then for those of you that aren't using My Local Salon, it will actually allow them to read that portion of the review. And then if they click on it, it takes them to book an appointment on your booking page. Okay, so any questions about sharing the reviews, you guys? If customers are spending the time to fill them out, you should certainly be sharing them. Okay, so just a summary about what we've covered today, okay? How clients can book and why flexibility is important. So why is it important to give them the different options, right? Some people aren't comfortable downloading new apps, so maybe we need to give them the option to do it on Facebook or on your website and things like that, right? The benefits of two-way reminders or appointment confirmations, you guys, it really can reduce no-shows because we're giving them an easy way to respond to us when we do that confirmation instead of them having to call us back. Okay, how to use the online CIC to update client information and add client photos. Okay, options for rebooking the customer before they leave. So whether it be through anywhere or at the point of sale, just simply using the ask to rebook prompt. Okay, and then the importance of Spotlight, you guys, the ratings and reviews and sharing that to social media and also to your website. Okay, so you guys, if you have any questions that I haven't answered so far or anything relating to what we've covered today, we will have a Q&A session here. Okay, but while we're doing that, of course, you guys go ahead and just use the chat box to ask any questions that you have. But while we're doing that, I just want to take this time to remind you guys about the Learning Center. Okay, so you can see here, Education Learning Center. Okay, so it's just shortcuts.net. It's on our community page. So if I click on that, you guys, it'll actually take me straight there. So you just go to shortcuts.net, you click on community, and then you click on the Learning Center. Okay. Any of the stuff we talked about today, you guys, for the online CIC, for the ratings and reviews, or for anywhere is going to be in the Smart System section. Okay, so you can take the time to watch any of those videos there. Okay, so utilize the Learning Center, you guys. We're really proud of it, and it's been really helpful for a lot of our customers. Okay, also you guys registering for future webinars. So we're going to have another webinar at the end of March. Okay, and then also, of course, any of our webinars, as well as this one that we're doing here today, you guys, will be recorded and uploaded onto the webinar library. So you can go there to watch the webinar library, watch this webinar as well as any of the past ones. Okay, so there's just a question, you guys, which of the modules that we talked about today are included in the monthly fee and which are additional? If you have the SMART package, any of the items I talked about today are included. Okay, if you're not using the SMART package, you guys, and you just have the Shortcuts point of sale system currently, the best bet would be to contact your account manager, because online CIC, Anywhere, and Spotlight, those are all items that are included in the SMART package and are additional outside of the Shortcuts point of sale. But again, if you're using SMART, so if you're using online booking and Anywhere and things like that, you do also have access to the CIC. Okay, so just a reminder as well, you guys, that the education team is always here. So if you have a quick question that you want to email through, you guys, you can always email that through to us. Okay, or if you want to request some extra training because you want to purchase training for your front desk, or you need some report or management training, you can always contact us here as well, and we can set that up for you also. Remember, you guys, you can contact us on Facebook as well, so facebook.com/shortcutsusa, and then obviously the phone number, and then if you're in Canada or long distance, you can use this number here to contact us. Okay, so you guys, if anyone else has any more questions, we'll hang out for a few minutes. You guys, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you guys got some value out of what we covered today, and I hope you guys are going to go and maybe implement some of this really cool stuff. So just to reiterate, the online CIC and some of the changes we've made to that, you guys, with being able to see customer history and being able to upload photos and get the customer to add their own details can be really powerful for your business. Okay, well, it looks like I've answered everyone's questions. You guys, thank you so much, and I hope you guys join us for our March webinar as well. Have a great day, everyone.